Here's some play.
Back here at Porta.
Okay, well.
Porta's lining up to win the game with a field goal.
Yeah. We're going to see what happens here. They're going to line up for a field goal.
A lot of confusion there on that.
I'm not sold on what happened. I'm thinking.
I don't think anybody up here is.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We got robbed.
I don't know. I'm going to want to see that again.
Hunter Morris.
First thing I do is send that into the IHSA and say what happened.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, this game should be contested.
You can't contest it, unfortunately, I don't think. Anyway, we'll be back in a minute for the wrap-up. You're watching the Mules on Mule Nation, powered by RJ Marketing.
Hello, football fans. Ryan here. So what did we do now? Did we incorrectly rule on a field goal attempt? Did we move the ball on a measurement? Did we screw up the game clock at the end of the half?
This is a terrible, terrible, terrible decision that they're making right here.
No, in this case, we lost track of the downs. The one thing officials never want to happen. In this particular game, the crew gave the offense a 5th down, and not the cool type of 5th down either. We will leave you with the 5th down. Even worse, the extra down was used to kick a game-winning field goal as time expired. The pain, the agony. This forced a lot of entities to release statements, which is never good. Besides making headlines, the quintuple downs also made the local news.
The opening round of the Illinois playoffs did not come and go quietly. The Fairfield Mules are at the center of a dispute between the team and the IHSA.
This postseason game took place in Petersburg, Illinois. The team in white is Fairfield, and the team in the blue jerseys is Porta. Porta won the game 9-8, thanks to the field goal you saw that opened this video. Now, we're not going to pile on. These officials have been through enough, and I'm certain they feel just awful. This video is all about things officials can do in the future to avoid losing track of the downs. With that being said, there will be 2 things this crew did that I will point out, again to help officials in the future, not to place blame in the past. Everyone can take solace, however, in the fact that this crew's error saved a kid. I'll explain exactly how in just a moment. The Illinois High School Association, or the IHSA, said this situation was due to human error and the crew's performance will be reviewed. I'd also like to say that both schools handled this incident with aplomb. Porta acknowledged both the error that helped them win and the difficult nature of officiating. Fairfield issued a statement where they basically said the incident sucked, especially for their seniors, but they will move forward and be even stronger. Kudos to both programs for their sportsmanship. The series of downs in question began after Porta runs for a 1st down. It's now 1st and goal at the 10. Since the clock is hot, Porta quickly spikes the ball. It's now 2nd down. After the spike and before the next snap, the broadcast showed the scoreboard, so we get a nice game reset here. It's 2nd down on the 10-yard line with 23 seconds left in the 4th quarter. On 2nd and goal, the offense runs the ball for about a yard. It's now 3rd down, and here is where things start to derail. The quarterback kneels the ball. I don't think the snap was muffed and the QB needed to go down on a knee to recover the ball. I think the kid had his fettuccine cross up his linguine in his old noodle, and instead of spiking the ball, he did the other thing quarterbacks often do. He took a knee. I feel for this kid. I am more than capable of making the same mistake. The crew is all over it, though, and we can see the white hat rolling the clock. What we don't see is the crew signal the next down. It should now be 4th down, but the down box remains on 3rd down. I think this is a reminder that officials need to effectively communicate, and part of effectively communicating is good, consistent signals. Maybe the line judge, who was off camera, signaled 4th down, but we don't see any signals from any of the officials on the screen. With the game clock rolling and believing it's 3rd down, Porta lines up and the quarterback spikes the ball again. But it wasn't 3rd down, it was 4th down. Their possession is over. Fairfield should have the ball on the turnover on downs. That's assuming there's still time left in the game. It would have been nice if the football gods had intervened and made the field goal no good.
Hey, leave us out of this.
Yeah, what did we do?
This is where the crew saved the Porta quarterback. By giving Porta an extra down, the crew makes themselves the bad guys and not this poor QB. Otherwise, the quarterback's mistake of taking a knee instead of spiking the ball would have ended his team's final chance to claim victory. Of course, I'm being facetious, but I'm sure the QB would have felt awful if it had turned out the way it was supposed to turn out. It appears the crew still thinks it's 4th down, yet the crew knows something is up, so they conferenced. Good. They're going to get together and discuss things. During this conference, that second thing happens that I want to point out. It appears the white hat motions to the headlines to stay away. If I'm the headlines, I want to be in on this conversation, and if I'm the white hat, I want the HL in on the conversation. In fact, I think I would want everyone in on the conversation. 5 heads are better than 3, right? I could be misreading his gesture, but I thought it was worth mentioning. This also makes me wonder if they were even discussing the downs. Perhaps they were only discussing the clock, or perhaps they were discussing both the clock and the downs. Nonetheless, they do appear to signal 4th down upon conclusion of their discourse. Now, I have a theory. I'm not saying it's the right theory, I'm just saying it's a theory. Taking a knee instead of spiking the ball was certainly a surprise and something you'll only see at the high school level, and while it may have thrown off the crew mechanically, I wonder if the huddle between 1st and 2nd down is what ultimately threw the crew into disarray. Perhaps they thought the play after the huddle was 1st down, the kneel was 2nd down, and then the spike after the kneel was 3rd down. Again, I don't know, it's just a thought. I'd also like to mention that this possession by Porta began on the 32-yard line of Fairfield with about 3 minutes left. The short drive had fouls, 4th down plays, and 2 other spikes. There was a lot going on which may have contributed to sabotaging the crew's collective memory. Now I'm going to show the sequence from the 2nd down through what should have been the 4th down with a clock added to the corner of the screen. This is of course unofficial. The first time through, the clock won't stop. The second time through, the clock will stop after the kneel and then restart with the white hat's wind. Obviously, this timing is just a guess, but it should give us a rough idea to the timing of the game's waning moments. What do you think? How do you handle end-of-game situations like these? How do you avoid losing a down? What other lessons can this incident teach officials? Please let us know in the comments section below. To help in these matters in the future, what about having an extra official at postseason games? These extra officials will go into the game if another official goes down, but while they're there waiting for that to happen, they can help keep track of downs to prevent situations like this from happening in the future. I know it would be a hefty cost when one considers the entirety of the playoffs, but I'm sure both of these schools would have gladly split the cost of an extra official if it meant no extra down and no controversy. Finally, I hope these announcers are okay. Generally, announcers get angry when officials make mistakes. These 2 announcers did exhibit a bit of outrage, but mostly they just sounded depressed. I mean, really depressed. I hope they're okay.
Yep. Fairfield Mules right there. That they got robbed. And yep.
And the thing is, I don't think there's any recourse on that.
Yep. Lose an absolute heartbreaker. So Mules are going to lose 9-8, unfortunately.
Anyway, who's your defensive player of the game?
I can barely think, Ken.
I understand.
I don't know. You just got to pick somebody. I'm sorry.
Now it's your turn. Please share your wisdom, insights, and experiences in the comments section below. We have the best commenters in the business, so make sure you join the discussion. If you've enjoyed this video, and we hope you did, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Here's the Play.